Hi there, everyone. Welcome to the latest edition of This Week at Notarize. And this week, today, in fact, we're excited to announce our Series D round of funding. This latest round of funding was led by Canopy Ventures. And today, I'm excited to welcome Greg Thome, Vice President of Canopy Ventures, and the newest member of our board of directors, Neil Underwood, who is a co-founder and partner at Canopy Ventures. Welcome, gentlemen. Thank you for taking the time today.
Yeah, great to be here.
So let's start with a little bit about you. Can you tell us a little bit about Canopy Ventures?
So hit that. Yeah, I'll take that one, and then Greg, you can kind of clean it up. But Canopy is a $660 million venture fund founded by operators, meaning folks that actually have incubated and built companies, and were fortunate enough to take a few of them public. The neat thing about Canopy, and why I think is really relevant to Notarize and all the exciting stuff that's happening at Notarize, is that our investors, the folks that we call limited partners, are actually banks. And we've got about 40 of them that have invested between $10 million and $50 million in the fund. We've met the CEOs of every one of these banks and their chief digital officers, chief risk officers, all the people relevant to biz dev at Notarize. And these are really progressive banks that are trying to understand, what we're talking about here, digitizing mission critical workflows. And so we really look forward to introducing Notarize to many of these banks. And that's kind of our focus. Lucky to meet my partner, Greg. He can maybe introduce himself and touch on Canopy as well.
Yeah, hey guys, Greg Thome, Vice President on the team here. The only thing I'd add to Neil's pitch is that beyond just having touch points to the CEOs and the key leaders at these organizations, we've really formalized a relationship in which these key heads of unit, the CEOs, C-suite really is motivated to work with us in a win-win type of model. They win by working with the technologies that Canopy invests in, and they have both weekly and one-to-many touch points with our team in a way that's really allowed us to drive partnerships and other collaboration between our portfolio companies and the banks we work with.
So let's talk a little bit about Notarize. Obviously, this is a really important day for both companies, but why Notarize and why now?
So we're super excited, guys. I have to say, one of our themes at Canopy is investing in anybody that can help digitize a mission critical workflow. And there's no more mission critical a workflow than trust. We see Notarize, yes, as being the 800-pound gorilla in digitizing remote online notary, but we think it can go so much further. And why now? This is an unbelievable time in your evolution as a company where you've already validated product market fit. You've started, the app itself is unbelievable in terms of the research we've done with the customers. You're now signing up massive enterprise customers, and the penetration, as you know, is right now small going to medium and large. And so right now is the time that we could really scale. So we're super excited to lead the round. It's a great investment size, and now it's time to really scale.
Yeah, the only other thing that I'd add is this is one of those cases of don't try to be too smart. Most of what we do right now is digital. Why are we still driving to meet people to get documents notarized? Intuitively, it should also be moving online. Also, hard to dislike the massive market opportunity and the growth that you guys have had. So really excited to join the team.
Yeah, and we're really excited to have you guys. And so Neil, you touched on kind of market opportunity a little bit. I'd love for you to drill down a little bit more. What do you see as the market opportunity? How do you see the future of Notarize panning out?
Yeah, this is exciting. So first of all, the recent pivot that you did, I call it marketplace, but Notarize, the network itself, connected to those large enterprises that have customers at the point of need. Just the market itself, if you just stayed with notarizations and focused on partnerships like Adobe and large enterprises, you can go really, really far. But the exciting thing to us is, and with Pat's vision, it's not just about that. In the years to come, why can't we become the Uber of trust? Why can't we look at identity and verifications, medallions? There's so many different use cases to successfully fulfill a transaction that this company can be larger than DocuSign today. I mean, arguably, we have a saying, it's easier to start off with a superset, go to a subset when it comes to building and tech. You've already built this massive platform that's a superset. Would electronic signatures be that hard? Could we possibly go there? Anyway, sky's the limit from our side, and we're super excited. Greg, what do you have to add to that?
Yeah, I think that was pretty well said. I think if we think about why do we notarize documents in the first place, again, it's about imbuing trust into those documents. So there are a number of things that we do that are equally as financially or just important to your life that don't get notarized. If the platform is as easy to use as it is right now, why can't we be notarizing more documents or just using it as a broader identity verification layer that would help secure more things that are going on in our lives on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah, we couldn't agree more. And Neil, as I mentioned at the top of the show, you are now one of the newest members of our board of directors. So congratulations. We're super excited to have you. How do you envision your role on the board of directors as you move forward?
Yeah, so probably twofold. One, obviously, given our limited partner base, is to really help on the biz dev side, crack open banking. And I think we can do that. I mentioned some of these 40 banks. You guys know them. In the Southeast, there's Truist and First Horizon. Out West, First Republic and Zions. CIT in the Northeast, we have about 40 of them, really to crack open banking and offer biz dev. The other thing, again, we've been fortunate enough to see hypergrowth companies and ultimately take hypergrowth companies to IPO. And I really use this term hypergrowth in your environment because that's kind of where you are. And there are these inflection points along the journey whereby, we ask ourselves how much to invest. Should we invest more? How many folks should we hire? And I feel like I can maybe lend some of the experiences that we've had in previous companies there.
Yeah, and Neil's being humble. Neil was a co-founder of Encino and has truly done this many times before with a number of successful exits across high growth SaaS companies. So he'll be a good fit.
Yeah.
Thanks, bud.
Yeah, we're super excited about it. And so I want to pivot a little bit. It can't all be business questions, right? So we'll do some professional meets personal. Both of you have had really remarkable careers, remarkable track records to get to where you are today. Is there any advice that you would give your younger self?
Wow. Well, I'll take that one first because Greg already is his younger self. I think be an expert. I think when one gains deep domain in something, you become irreplaceable. And so as many young folks are looking to build their careers, whatever it is, go really deep and go deeper than anybody else. And when you have that, then the next thing is exposure. You gain exposure to different types of things, and then that allows one to connect dots. So when we think about innovative products, one of my smartest friends is a gent at Insight Venture Partners. Jeff Horing is a founder, a multi-billion-dollar fund, and he just has just an amazing ability to connect dots when he shouldn't. He'll get to an outcome with very limited information, and I find that amazing. And I say this: yes, you have to have a good intellect, but with massive exposure, which he has, to looking at different business models, deals, and then deep domain, there's an X factor there that presents itself. So my message to the company: be an expert, and it'll serve you well.
Yeah, and as Neil mentioned, I'm still very early in my career, but I'd say the one thing that I think is working out well for me so far is no job is too big or too small. Just gives much exposure to everything you can as you're starting out, and learn as much as you can, drink from a fire hose. But again, pretty young still, so I don't know that I'm as accomplished as Neil or qualified to be giving the Notarize broader team that advice yet.
Have you both thought about post-pandemic life and the first thing you want to do when everything's kind of returned back to normal?
I want to go to a festival. I want to go to a concert. I'm missing live music, man. I got to tell you, and the people, and we're fortunate. One of our banks, by the way, is Iberia Bank, which was acquired by First Horizon, but this bank is in New Orleans, and we go to jazz festival, and I miss that. That would be my quick blink on it.
Yeah, mine would be similar. Sporting events. Really miss college football games.
Yeah, for sure. But those would have been 1A, 1B on my list for sure. Neil, Greg, thank you so much for taking the time. Today's an awesome day. We're really excited for what this announcement means and what this partnership means, and hopefully we'll get to do this again soon.
Absolutely. Congrats again, everyone. Look forward to the future.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.